All right, so good day. Our discussion for today is all about format for letters and memo. So for the learning objectives, today we are learning to apply principles for correct letter formats, apply principles for correct memo formats, and apply strategies for professional image creation with documents. So moving forward, first, let's discuss what is the purpose of letters. So, letters are formal means of communication and typically used for external correspondence, such as communicating with clients, suppliers, or other stakeholders. So, as we discussed in our previous studies, we use letters in order for us to exchange information professionally with our clients, suppliers, and stakeholders in a business organization. So now, what are the examples of letters that we use for our communication with our stakeholders? So these are some of those. First is business proposal, when we would like to propose a project or a potential activity to our stakeholders or to our partners, then we will create a business proposal. Also, when the time that we would like to leave our current organization and we would like to professionally ask for permission, then we write resignations. Also, job offers, when we are applying and the company accepted us, they give us job offers indicating the job roles and responsibilities, the remunerations or the compensations that commensurate to the job that you've accepted. Next is professional invitations. For example, you're going to have a launching of your new product, you're going to have your Christmas parties, so on and so forth. Then you're going to receive a professional invitation. So these are some of the example of letters which I do not need to dig deeper because this is already self-explanatory. Next is memo. Okay, so when we say memo, Um, it is primarily used for internal communication within an organization, conveying important information, directives, or updates to employees or departments. So when we say memo, it is a way where you announce informations to the organization. Mostly memo, we find it in the bulletin board or via email by our superior or by the higher ups of the company. I just want to correct a certain word or words that we usually say. So, memorandum is a singular term for memo or memorandum. But if there is a lot of memo, ang tawag na natin ay memoranda. Okay? Not memorandums. Okay? So, moving forward, what are some of the example of memo? So, the first one is providing instructions. So, for example, you're going to have an upcoming annual physical exam of your organization. Then your human resources department will release a memo providing instruction on how are you going to conduct or how are you going to undergo your annual physical examinations. They provide instructions. Another example is if you want to avail loans from your government mandated services or government mandated benefits, then your HR department will also release a memo providing you an instructions on the step-by-step basis on how are you going to apply for that certain benefit. Next is sharing meeting notes. So for example, nagkaroon ng meeting or ng discussions ang management and you are not part of the meeting, then they're going to share with you the minutes of the meeting through memo. Announcing policies, if there are new policies, rules, and regulations to be circulated inside the organization, then it should be in the memorandum format so that all of the employees will be aware of the new policies. Issuing reminders. So those are some of the examples of memos. Now, how are we going to do the structure of format of letters? So paano ba yung tama or professionally looking write-ups of doing the letters. So you have to understand that school letters and organization or business letters are far different from one another. Okay, which later on we will discuss. So first is heading or the letterhead. So when we say heading or the letterhead, it includes the sender's address, the date, and sometimes a logo of the company details. So it is important for us to put the heading and the letterhead of our organization or the company for easily identify who wrote the letter or who sends the letter. So this is the example format where you can write the heading or the letterhead. When we say letterhead, ito yung parang watermark ng company. Nandun yung logo nila, meron silang theme doon, so on and so forth. Okay? Next is recipient address or the full name, title, and address of the recipient. Kanino nyo siya ipapadala? Sino yung pagpapadalahan? Ano yung position niya or yung designation niya? So it should also be included. Why? So that the receiver of this letter should easily identify kanino naka-address yung letter, kanino niya ipapadala or kanino niya ipapa-receive. Next is salutation. When we say salutation, it is your formal greeting that includes the recipient's title and name. Kapag nagsulat ka ng letter, so some of the example, Dear Mr. Smith or Dear Mr. Johnson. So these are the formal ways on how to do your salutations. Or Dear Attorney Peter or Dear Honorable Smith. So you have to use the salutation in a professional manner. Most of the time, may nakikita ko, hello, Anna. O kaya, hi, Anna. So that's unprofessional when you are writing formal greeting. So it should be dear, okay, or dearest, okay, or honorable. Okay, and you also take into consideration their title if they have, okay. Okay, so next is the body of the letter. So in terms of the body of the letter, yung sa pinakauna, introduction. So ilagay nyo na agad. What's the purpose why you are writing the letter? Okay, why are you sending the letter to them? So example, I am writing to inquire, I am writing to ask, I am writing to request. Okay, so you already indicate it in the letter. Next is main content, the thoughts, why you are writing that letter. So for example, you elaborate the details, you provide explanations or instructions as needed. So for example, we would like to propose a meeting on September 25, 2024 to discuss the business proposal that we submitted last blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So you have to elaborate the details of your writings so that the readers may or can easily understand your purpose. Conclusion is closed by summarizing or making a request. So, for example, I look forward to your response at your earliest convenience. So, thank you very much for understanding and taking the time of reading this letter. I am looking forward, so on and so forth. So, that's how you write the body of the letter. Next is closing. You use former closing remarks such as sincerely, best regards, yours truly. Don't use bye-bye or a. So those are some unprofessional words that we cannot allow to put on our formal letters. Okay? Signature, so when we say signature, that's your name, your position, and your company if ever. So example, your signature, your name, and your title. So about best regards, Abigail, Sarita, uh, um, YouTube creator. So ganon. So that's how you use your signature. So this is the example of format for letters. So as you can see, your contact information, sino yung nagpadala, the date, kailan siya pinadala, the contact information ng magre-receive or susulatan nyo, nandito din yung kanyang position, saan yung company niya, and the address of the company. Tapos nandito yung greetings. So greetings, Dear Mr. Julius. So sa body of letter, nilagay niya na agad yung purpose. I am writing to resign my position. Tapos sa main body, nandito yung explanation. And then yung closing niya, yung yung last part of the letter, so nilagay niya, I'm particularly grateful for your guidance. Thanks and best wishes, may closing and merong signature. Okay, so you have to also be familiar, class, when it comes to spacing and sa indention. So, lagi po tayong justify din. Okay? Next is memo. Paano naman yung structure and format ng memos or memoranda? Okay? So, heading or the information. So, it includes essential details such as the recipients, sender, date, and subject. So, ganun din siya. You have to also include sino yung recipient, sino yung sender, kailan siya ginawa, and ano yung purpose ng memo. Next is introduction. So, you begin with a short statement outlining the purpose of the memo. So, sa memo, unlike sa letters, it should be clear and concise. It should be direct to the point. Since this is an internal document, so kailangan you have to be specific and concise. So, example, this memo is to inform all staff about upcoming policy changes regarding work from home arrangement. So, direct na isulat nyo na siya dyan. Walang masyadong palabok. Okay? Next is body. So sa body, you have to present the key points of the message. It should be easily readable and naka-bullet point siya para mas mabilis maintindihan or makuha yung thoughts ng mga nagbabasa. So katulad nito, all employees are required to update their remote work schedules by September 15, 2025. New policies will take effect on November 15, 2025. So ganun siya. Conclusions and action requests, you have to end your memo with the required actions, deadlines, or follow-up details. So, kung meron kang ire-request doon sa mga readers or sa mga employees, kailangan mo rin siyang ilagay dito sa conclusion and action request. So, for example, please ensure that all updates are submitted. So, lalagyan mo ng deadline. And then, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to Human Resources Department. Okay? So, this is a sample memo. So, announcement memo, sabi dito, all employees, galing siya kay Edgar Abong ng Marketing Department. Ginawa niya yung letter, yung memo ng October 22, 2023. And ang topic or ang subject, announcement of Inflomos Annual Marketing Gala. So, heads up Inflo family. So, nilagay niya dito yung detail, what, when, where, kailan siya gaganapin, ano yung susuotin, saan siya gaganapin. Okay? Tapos, kailangan mag-register hanggang kailan, and if may question, i-contact yung team. So, this is how you do a memo. Now, what are the differences between letters and memos? So, first is, in terms of audience, letters, mostly your audiences are external clients, your partners, your suppliers, your customers. Memo, internal, meaning your audiences are the employees of the organization. Tone. When we say tone, how are we going to deliver the writings of the document? In terms of letter, it should be formal, professional, and polite. Since this will be sent externally or sa labas ng kumpanya, and ang makaka-receive nito ay either customers, partners, or business competitors. So it should be formal and polite. In terms of memo, it should be direct, concise, and slightly less formal. Since ang makaka-receive ay mga employees of the organization, it should be direct. Why? So that it can be easily understood by the employees. Length can be longer with detailed content. Okay, kasi you need to discuss further all of the informations that you are trying to share with the recipient of the letter. So for the letters, it can be longer with detailed content. While for the memo, it should be short, direct to the point, and often bulleted or numbered. So for the employees to easily scrutinize and divide the information that the organization is trying to relay to them. Okay? Kasi kapag masyado siyang lengthy, so since the employees of the company are too busy on their tasks and responsibilities, they only have short period of time to read the memo and find the thoughts of the memo. That's why it should be written concisely. When it comes to structure, so in letters, it should be full address with salutation, with body of the letter, with the main content, the closing, and the signature. As you can see on the format that we discussed earlier. While on the memo, so heading only, to, from, date, subject, and then the format below is bulleted na siya. Okay? And for the purpose, lastly, external communication when it comes to letters, because we offer formal requests, asking for offers, partnerships, asking for meetings, while for the memo, it is an internal communications mostly for policies, for updates, for announcements, for questions, so on and so forth. And that's the end of our discussion. If you have questions, clarifications, or any inquiries, you can chat your comments below. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you very much and happy learning, everybody.